Welcome and thank you for joining us today for this session. I am Venkatraman and we'll look at the business and technology trends that are shaping up the data center space. Schneider Electric has created a solution for addressing these challenges and opportunities to create the data center for the future. Digitization is driving the data center demand. Most equipments today are designed to be communicable. This is causing data explosion, made very popular by the big data. But unless there is an analytics engine that helps make sense of this data, it's not very useful for organizations. The amount of data is getting doubled every 2 years. The amount of data that has been generated in the last 5 years is more than the data which was generated in the complete human civilization 5 years ago. Every time we use Facebook, LinkedIn, Picasa, Flickr, we are contributing to the big data phenomenon. The analysis of these data points brings us to data centers. Data centers are constantly challenging the users and designers in making the trade-off between reliability and efficiency. But there are also other areas that are intruding on the design of the data center infrastructure. Business uncertainty, rapid evolution of IT, and frequent refreshers, server consolidation, high-density capability, energy efficiency, and regulatory requirements are all standards like TIA, uptime, LEED, etc. Schneider Electric dramatically simplifies the process of designing, deploying, and operating the world's most predictable, dense, and efficient data centers. The best way to achieve our vision to provide integrated, standardized, modular, scalable data center solutions. This is the infrastructure solution for data centers, a modular, scalable, high-efficiency, high-density solution. You might be wondering why Schneider Electric is focusing on data centers. Our existing customers have identified the data center as a priority requiring help and improvement. We are uniquely positioned to solve data center problems. We have more customers to learn from than other infrastructure providers. We have worked over 15 years to develop the science of data centers and have the technology and skills to solve customer problems. We already offer nearly all the different components of the data center infrastructure and are therefore in an ideal position to integrate them to create maximum value. Schneider Electric is a thought leader in the data center space, have a broad expertise and the partnerships for providing end-to-end solutions for the data center. As a result of various acquisitions, Schneider Electric is one company that can provide complete solutions for data centers, design, build, operate, and maintain. As you can see, other than the building, construction, and IT equipments, Schneider Electric has the complete portfolio of components for setting up a data center. With the ownership of these components also comes the unique capability to design the systems in the most efficient and reliable manner. Our investments in design tools like ID Space and EcoDial in electrical distribution, Infrastructure Designer, the comprehensive data center design tool, EcoStream, the real-time thermal analysis software, to name a few. Modularity is loosely defined as a technique that builds large systems out of a smaller subsystems, where the subsystems have well-defined rules for interfacing to each other. Modularity also suggests a simplified approach to installation or replacement, ideally with plug-in of modular elements that require simplified commissioning. Recent reports by Gartner reflect that growing realization that the first two generations of data center designs are no longer appropriate for current and future needs. New data centers should be perceived less as a static infrastructure and more as an agile, living organism that evolves as a server and storage infrastructure changes. In response, Gartner suggests operators should include flexible, modular, virtual design principles in new data center design. The data center infrastructure has always been split down the middle in two worlds, the facilities world and the IT world. The evolutionary gap is clearly evident in the diverse communication protocols that are common in these two worlds. There are mechanical equipments, IT equipment, and there are certain standard processes to be followed. Schneider Electric is already a leader in the software solutions for taking care of each of these fields. By creating a standardized web services architecture, we have been able to create a consolidated software solution that merges DC facilities management as well as the DC infrastructure management. This is structureware for data center. Now we are able to map a DCIM solutions approach right from the physical layer to life cycle layer of the solution. When we say life cycle layer, we mean the following. DCIM will help companies to analyze data from hundreds or thousands of devices to identify opportunities to improve their operations and utilization. DCIM enables IT and facility managers to design new data center scenarios and to simulate the impact of IT on the environment. DCIM integrates physical and virtual systems and creates opportunities to automate provisioning and implement virtual machines, servers, power, and cooling. DCIM enables IT and facilities to operate, maintain, and ensure availability by reacting to alarms and keeping the data center up and running. DCIM enables managers to evaluate the impact of changes to justify further investment and rationalization to be ready to deal with anomalies that could threaten availability. DCIM means near real-time decision making in an environment today where the two sides operate at different speeds because of the lack of physical and virtual integration. Schneider Electric Services Bureau offers pioneering skills, tools, and processes and is the critical enabler to ensure that the critical infrastructure ecosystem achieves optimal performance. The Schneider Services Bureau has certified critical environmental technical experts, ITIL certified professionals, and business analysts who have expertise in designing, installing, operating, monitoring, and supporting infrastructure solutions for enterprises globally. It is an effective solution for large on-premise data center or critical facilities that manage complicated IT environments. Organizations increasingly facing the challenges of high operational and maintenance costs, including energy costs and the shortage of skilled technical personnel, will benefit from the specialized services of the Service Bureau. The Services Bureau brings together the three key elements necessary to run critical environment and data centers successfully: technical expertise, data center science and technology. Technical expertise in Schneider Electric IT business has a specialist team comprising of data center experts, business analysts, and customer infrastructure operators who provide 24/7 monitoring and management services. Data science, evolving with the world of big and connected data, analytics are the next step to provide more value to customers. They are the tool to turn data into information that will help people take better action for the short or long term, giving a better understanding of what is happening, what will happen, and what could happen at best. Technology. Schneider Electric offers web-based asset management tools for different technologies on remote platforms, be it wired or wireless. It offers customers unique insights into their IT operations by combining deep analytics and analysis. With the Services Bureau as the core enabler, Schneider Electric launches their Asset Connect services offer, a 24/7 service that will help monitor, diagnose, analyze, predict, and resolve critical situations before they occur. It manages a customer's IT infrastructure in 4 easy steps. First one, Asset Monitor, an intelligent, real-time remote monitoring and condition management solution. Second, Asset Predict, using data science to predict failures, recommend corrective actions, and manage the resolution of incidents to closure. Third, Asset Commit, benchmark and baseline your current environment, use data science to make recommendations and implement a continuous improvement process, CIP, to ensure optimal performance of the asset through its life cycle. Fourth, Asset Operate provides 24/7 on-site operation of the critical environment, maximizing optimal performance of all key performance indicators, leveraging experienced technology and operational personnel, methodologies, and processes and technology to minimize the risk of downtime and reduce OPEX. Data centers are complex projects. The success is critical on partnerships between various stakeholders. There are OEMs, contractors, consultants, government regulatory bodies. Schneider Electric has created an ecosystem of these partnerships and thus is well placed to execute complex data center projects. We have partnerships with IT leaders like IBM, Dell, Microsoft, work closely with engineering agencies like ASHRAE, IEEE, NEMA. Members of key industry groups like GreenGrid, Blade.org, and participate in the regulatory framework through European Commission, etc. Schneider Electric is the thought leader in the field of energy management as well as data center, and the same is evident in our investments and commitments to these fields. There are hundreds of white papers that hold the essence of the technological advancements. Online universities like Energy University, Data Center University are propagating the energy efficiency message to the world. Schneider Electric has also invested in the state-of-the-art technology center where the visitors can have a first-hand experience of energy management. On top of the traditional products for data centers, we are permanently developing innovative solutions. Reference designs which are documented and tested. 20 megawatt reference design. Match IT evolution. Each of the 4 rooms is designed for a different IT average density and have a 20% spare capacity, where you will have to shift to next IT generation of servers, reduce time to market, a best practices design based on customer experiences, high availability equivalent to Tier 4 based on Tier 3 architecture, with 30% more energy efficiency and 20% less capex than a Tier 4. 1 megawatt reference design, trade-off tool allowing to compare for 1 megawatt capex for IT various KPIs such as availability level and density, almost 17 variances. Prefabricated facility modules, shorten build time to compare traditional data center, predictable PUE and availability, reduce risk, on-site deployment and commissioning, ease of upgrade of legacy data centers, structureware for data center, the full suite, control and monitoring, data integration, asset management, capacity, change management and energy management. Comprehensive offer of data center lifecycle services and energy or sustainability management. The various brands of Schneider Electric like Square D, Merlin-Gerin, TAC, APC, Pelco, Uniflare, EcoStruxure, etc. have been brought together under the Schneider Electric brand, and thus Schneider Electric is one company that can provide complete end-to-end solutions for energy management from plant to plug. The business demands are driving the IT and data center agenda. There is a need to go fast, being agile, customizable designs, and one-stop shop. The need to go dense, innovative cooling strategies and power management. The need to go green, holistic design, smart management. It's time to raise the bar. More efficient data centers, more resilient data centers, ready for the technologies of the future. The future of the data center is here. Make the most of your energy. The floor is now open for questions and inquiries. Please type in your queries in the chat window and I shall respond to them one after another. Or you can fix up an appointment with us by leaving us an inquiry. The Resource Center houses a whole hoard for brochures, white papers, videos, and other literature. Please visit the other booths as well as explore our other offerings. Thank you in advance for the time you will be spending with us.